Okay, now I'm on p76 for the Go Math homework. Number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. What is the quotient? 2 4/5 divided by 1 1/3. The easiest way, the quickest way to solve this problem would probably be to use copy, change, flip. But before I do that, I'm going to need to change these into improper fractions. So again, a couple of different ways you can look at it to help you understand. I can do the whole number 2 times the denominator plus the numerator. So 2 times 5 is 10 plus 4 is 14/5. And if we think about that, 2 wholes would be 5/5 is 1 whole, then another 5/5 would be 2 wholes, and then I also have this 4/5, so that's going to equal 14 total fifths. So that's another way to look at that visually to understand why 2 4/5 equals 14/5. And then I got to change 1 1/3 as well. So again, I can multiply. This 1 represents 3/3, so 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1 is 4, so 4/3. So now I have 14/5 divided by 4/3, and now I can do the copy, change, flip. Copy the first number, 14/5. The inverse of division is multiplication, and the reciprocal of 4/3 would be 3/4. Excuse me. Okay, I can do some cross simplifying right here with 14 and 4. 2 goes into 14 7 times. 2 goes into 4 2 times. Now I can multiply straight across. 7 times 3 is 21. 5 times 2 is 10. Now I have an improper fraction. 10 goes into 22 whole times, with 1 remainder, and denominator stays the same. Was 10, stays 10. So there's my final answer. Okay, absolute value. Remember, absolute value of -2 2/3. It's just asking how far away from 0 is that? Well, -2 2/3 is 2 2/3 units away from 0. Okay, number 5, on a map, a clothing store is located at -2, -3. A seafood store is located 6 units to the right of the clothing store. What are the coordinates of the restaurant? Okay, so we have -2 and -3. And remember, this is x, this is y. If I draw a coordinate plane, this is x, this is y. Y's in the sky. And we always move across the x-axis first. Our first number is on the x-axis, and the x-axis is right or left. So the seafood restaurant is located 6 units to the right. So 6 units to the right of this. So -2, -3 would be somewhere around here. Now the y-axis, I know for my answer, is not going to change. It's still going to be -3 because the problem doesn't tell us to go up or down. So I'm going to stay at -3 on the y-axis. I'm just going right, and I'm going right 6. So if I went right 2 units, that would put me at 0, right? Because I was -2 to the left. And then I move 2 over, that would put me at 0. And then if I move 4 more over, that would put me at +4. So the coordinates of the seafood restaurant would be 4 and -3. Okay, number 6, Marcel plans to make 9 mini sandwiches for every 2 people attending her party. So again, my ratio would be 9 to 2. I can write that as 9 2 2 2 2. And I can write that as 9 over 2. Write a ratio that is equivalent. Well, that's fairly easy. If we just need one equivalent ratio, so I'm going to choose multiplication, and I'm going to multiply the numerator and the denominator both by the same number, and I can pick any number I want as long as it's bigger than 1. Okay, so I can pick 2, for example. and I multiply the numerator by 2, the denominator by 2, and that's going to give me an equivalent ratio. And I'll let you go ahead and do that math. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.